Welcome to Energy Advisors Podcast. I'm your host, Rex, that energy guy. Glad to have you with us today. Today's topic that we're going to do, the spark of the day, is an update on nuclear fusion. So, what's going on in the world of nuclear fusion? Rather interesting because a lot of people don't know what's happening there. And I really didn't pay much attention to it till I got to be an energy advisor working on an energy podcast. Okay, so today, before we get started, I'd like to thank our partners in the show, our good friends over at Valor Solar. Thankful to have them with us as a partner. You know, one of the things I talk about all the time is integrity in the process. To learn about solar, integrity in the process, to actually execute on it and then maintain it. Our friends at Valor do a really good job of doing that, and I can't recommend them enough. So if you're looking to do solar on your property, regardless if it's residential or commercial, let me connect you with them. Please go to the website at energyadvisors.today, fill out the form, and we'll get you connected. Okay, so today's topic, thanks to our partners, is about nuclear fusion. Now, a lot of people are confused about this because it's not something most of us pay attention to. Nuclear fusion and nuclear fission are completely different. Fusion is the combining of the elements and atoms and subparticles, and the result of that is energy. Fission is what most of us know about nuclear, and that is the division of atoms, and that creates energy, and it's very destructive because you cannot contain it. So what the world is looking for and hoping to achieve with the scientists, governments, and we'll even talk about one of the biggest investors in that, is fusion, because fusion allows us to have virtually an unlimited clean source of energy in our world. Now, the interesting part about that is who's going to make money on that, and that usually is a driving factor on any energy type. But let's talk about that for just a minute. Okay. Currently, we're recording this in December of 2023. There are 91 nuclear fusion reactors around the world, and another almost 130, just a little over 130 that make the total then planned. And this exists in 50 countries. Okay, so they're working on it. And this is through public entities and also private entities that are working on this. On the public sector, it's the International Atomic Nuclear Commission, which is working on this at various universities across the United States and around the world. The United States continues to be a leader in fusion technology development. There are 25 nuclear fusion reactors that are operational now in the United States. So of the 130 that are planned or in operation, 25 of those are in the United States. Now, what's interesting about the technology is the fact that nobody has met net power. So what that means is net power means is we would have an excess of energy that's created by this. So most of the, well, all of them are basically research facilities at this point in time. There have been some major advancements in that. The technology that's used right now to work on fusion is what's called TOMAC. That's the type of reactors. The TOMAC reactor is based on the use of magnets and magnetic fields. So it's really interesting because the research and money behind this on the private sector is, you would be surprised probably, one is Alphabet. So our friends over that own Google and YouTube, they've sunk billions of dollars into this research. And so that's an interesting question. It wouldn't have been someone I would have thought of as being an investment partner. And then there's also the big investment in the private sector is the energy companies like Chevron, Mobil, Exxon, BP, and others. And so those who are used to producing energy are investing in this energy. Now, the cool thing about fusion, if we can get this figured out, is it allows us to have basically an unlimited supply of energy because it's based on hydrogen And this is how the sun operates. At the sun, and it's billions of tons per second of hydrogen combined, and then the result of that is a heavier element in helium, and then the energy that results from that combination. So hydrogen makes up, it's the most prevalent, well, it's the third most prevalent element on Earth. And so it really, because it's part of water, and we are a planet that is over 70% in volume of water, that gives us a nearly endless supply. So what's been taking place there, and I've got some guests coming up here soon, is there's been advancements. You've looked back 20 years ago, the research scientists and those who are vested in fusion, electricity, and energy harnessing had hoped that we would have fully functioned net power reactors running by 2035. Well, like anything else, everybody's got, like, I love the Mike Tyson quote, everybody's got a plan until you're punched in the mouth. Well, the industry and the science has been punched in the mouth a little bit because it's very expensive at this point in time to create fusion, because you're talking about creating environments where it is millions of degrees to combine these elements. And so it's very, very expensive. However, there is good news. The scientists and most of the people in this community feel that we will probably have functional net power reactors around the world. And again, there's over 50 countries participating in development where this energy could be net power and actually producing power, specifically electricity, that would be able to help us in the needs of the people on our planet. In my opinion, I'll get on a soapbox here for a minute. Fusion is the ultimate power. It is the use of the most prevalent element in the universe, hydrogen, and it allows us to have a clean source of energy because the carbon footprint that is part of the byproducts is minuscule. So we could have unlimited use of the hydrogen element, then create this amazingly powerful energy, and it's clean. It's probably the cleanest energy source in the universe. So it's promising. I just wanted to give this update. We're going to go into an explanation on a future Spark about the types of reactors that are working. There are two major types of reactors that are being worked on, the economics of it, and then a little bit on the geopolitics. I try to stay out of the politics as much as possible. But when you look around and you are researching and learning and becoming knowledgeable about the subject of energy, fusion is something you should keep your eye on, especially if you're a younger person than I don't expect to live long enough to see nuclear fusion be a net power, a energy source. However, economics, world demand will drive this research. So keep an eye on it. It's something that's important. It's the ultimate power source. Question is, how are we going to harness it? The question is, who's going to profit from it? Because that's how the world works. Let's not be Pollyannic about this. Let's be realistic. If someone doesn't make money at it, the law of supply and demand will make it so there's really no demand. So until next time, got some upcoming Sparks of the Day. We're going to deep dive a little bit more into fusion and how it works, the type of reactors, a little bit of the crazy science about how the actual physics of it works, and then the technology itself. It's fascinating if you're a person who likes science and details. For the average person, it's promising because it's in the works. So until next time, appreciate your listening to us. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you are listening to the podcast. Don't forget to tell a friend. Everybody needs an energy plan. You need to figure out what you're going to do as a participant on this planet to have better energy in your life, how to utilize it, how to get independent, because in 2023, you really can be independent of the controls of monopolies that are running our industry energies. So don't forget to check out the website, energyadvisors.today. And I am Rex, that energy guy. And until next time, make it a great day.